Assalamualaikum. My name is Nik Nurain binti Cik Ismail. Today, me and my group members, Nur Hafika and Irdina, would like to talk about certain aspects which are found in the movie Geostorm. Let's start with the synopsis of the movie. The synopsis of this movie is, after a climate-controlling satellite called Dutch Boy neutralized a typhoon in Shanghai, a Senate subcommittee represents Chief Architect Jake Lawson, played by Jared Butler, brought Dutch Boy online without their authorization and replaces him with his brother, Max, played by Jim Sturgis, who works under Secretary of State Leonard Dacom, played by Ed Harris. 3 years later, a United Nations team station in the Rajasthan desert comes across a frozen village. Mahmoud Habib, an Indian engineer worker on the International Climate Space (ICSS), copies data from the Afghanistan satellite onto a hard drive before he is being killed and ejected into space. After convincing President Andrew Palmer, played by Andy Garcia, to conduct an investigation, Max persuades Jake to go to the ICSS to investigate. When Jake arrives at ICSS to examine the malfunctioning satellites, a lot of disasters happen back on Earth and in the space. Jake and Max work together in order to find a real traitor among their team when they figure out that the system has been sabotaged. The synopsis of video excerpt that we have chosen is, after an unprecedented series of natural disasters threatened the planet, the world's leaders came together to create an intricate network of satellites to control the global climate and keep everyone safe. But now something has gone wrong. The system built to protect Earth is now attacking it, and it becomes a race against the clock to uncover the real threat before a worldwide geostorm wipes out everything and everyone along with it.
The Senate committee assigned to oversee Dutch Boy will now hear from Jacob Lawson, Climate ISS Chief Operations Coordinator. May the record reflect that he was nearly 1 hour late.
Yeah, sorry about that. I literally had to fly in from outer space.
There we go. Mr. Lawson, we find ourselves heading...
The first critical incident is communication ethics. This scene shows Senator Thomas Cross, played by Richard Ships, is especially displeased that Jake went ahead and began Dutch Boy without his own permission. Jake is brought to a court to testify. Jake fails to make a convincing argument for the case, and he compared the senator's space and mocked him by saying that the plumbers at the space is almost the same as senator. The analysis of incident is Jake is being sarcastic by saying that he flew to the court from outer space instead of giving a good excuse for being an hour late for the court session. Not only he does compare the senator to a plumber during his days working in space, this shows that Jake has very serious ethical problems which communication and shows no respect in court. The theory of application is Jake need to indicate the communication ethics as it exhibits the personality of the person. The effect is, instead of only arguing with the senators, Jake fails to make a convincing point for his case. Max tries to shut him up, Jake's brother, but to no avail. Max tells Jake after the meeting is elected that he has been picked to take Jake's job, and he fires his brother regretfully. My recommendation is we should not be rude to other people even during difficult times. We must still keep a positive attitude towards other people.
This is Dana. She works with me in state. Now I asked her here because I need her help. And, well, as it turns out, I need your help too. I know how much your job means to you.
I took an oath, Max. We have rules.
Technically, you're not supposed to be sleeping together either.
Dana.
You're asking me to commit a crime. You're soliciting a Secret Service agent to break into the White House server and illegally obtain files. And you thought I would say yes.
Yeah, I still think you're gonna say yes.
Why?
Because I'm the one who's asking you. You know, and if I'm asking you, then it must be important. And you know that it's bigger than you and me.
You and I.
The critical accident number 2 is professional behavior. In this movie, Sarah points a gun at Dana, and it seems to Matt that the situation would not get worse. Dana immediately explained what had happened earlier about the broken glass sound, and Matt also explained that he needed the help of Sarah and Dan. The analysis of the accident, example of professional conduct involved demonstrating commercial for others and reacting respectfully to other people's emotional reactions. The theory applications is Sarah is being professional for following the agent ethic. She listened to Matt and Dana's explanation while supporting a gun. The effect is, even though Sarah points a pistol, no one gets injured in the scene because she doesn't panic easily and can pull the trigger at any moment. From my recommendation is, one should always listen calmly to the explanation of others and do not interrogate aggressively to prevent confusions and contact as well.
I will take care of this. Make sure they depressurize the fuel intake.
Yeah, we got it.
Mahmood! Oi, Mahmood! I'm about to obliterate your top score here, pal.
I have to do some reprogramming.
Oh, come on! It's got no pride of ownership, that lad.
The third critical incident is work ethics. This scenes at ICSS, Mahmoud, an engineer worker, orders his colleagues to do other jobs because he can handle the system alone. He secretly copies all data from the satellite responsible for Afghanistan onto a hard drive and put it into a book as a disguise. Then he passed in front of Duncan. He called his name and told him that he has beat Mahmoud's highest score game while his legs on the desk. Mahmoud ignored him and quickly walks to his lockers to keep the hard drive safe without being suspicious. The analysis of the incident is Mahmoud has work ethics problem in the workplace. He lying to his colleagues to sabotage the system secretly. Duncan also being unethical worker by playing a game during office hours and place his legs on the desk. This shows that both of them have a major problem of work ethics like honesty and behavior. The theory of application is the value of work ethics is professional integrity as holding oneself to high moral principles. Therefore, Mahmoud and Duncan do not have professional integrity in the workplace. The effect is Mahmoud's act of sabotage leads to malfunction and endanger his colleagues' life, while Duncan's behavior gives a bad image to the organization. My recommendation is, as a worker, we must have professional integrity in the workplace as it a keen sense of responsibility and discipline.
Need a hand? Wrong door.
What are you doing here?
I told you, I look good.
Critical accident number 4 is teamwork behavior. In this scene, when Jade tried to input the code, he has failed many times. At the same time, you come to help Jade because she thinks she is also responsible for the problem. Then Jade asks her why she did not leave the place. Then she answered it, I told you, I love you. List of accident, the situation showed teamwork spirit between Jake and Youth took care of the problems together. They also seemed to start to become close as Youth said a nice word to Jake. The theory of applications is a good work ethic is to show good teamwork and readily assist others where it needs. Thus, Jake and Youth are examples of teamwork spirit as they cooperate willingly. The effect is, although Jake and Youth just meet, they have a great chemistry. They show a good relationship as a co-worker. For example, they try to solve the problem together and ready to sacrifice themselves. For my recommendation is, teamwork is cooperation between workers willing. As a worker, we must voluntarily participate with management, as it is a communication mechanism to enable both parties to understand each other.
From this video excerpt, we can learn about the ethic in communicating, and even during a court session, we can also learn about professional behavior and ethics at the workplace. This video excerpt shows the significance of communication skills and work ethics in everyday life. Trust it or not, it will help your career by engaging professionally and enhancing your chances of future success. We may assume that the way we interact represents ourselves and how others can access our actions by the way we interact. That's all from us. Thank you.